I've been waiting for this. Yeah, it's been up on my mind. Oh, it's hard to resist. Feeling like one of a kind. Oh, now the hard time's over. And for a moment, I won't look back now. Yeah, and it's moving closer. I can feel it coming. Oh, now it's my time now. Oh, now when I look back, it's like it's another game that I'm playing now. 'Cause it's finally here, finally here, yeah, here. Oh, 'cause it's finally here, finally here, yeah. Ooh, I've been staring again, gazing at the night sky, and even though it's the same, it feels like I got new eyes. Oh, now the hard time's over, and for a moment I won't look back now. Yeah, and it's moving closer. I can feel it coming. Oh, no, it's my time now. 'Cause it's finally here, finally here, yeah, here. Oh, 'cause it's finally here, finally here, yeah. Ooh, finally here, finally, oh, ooh, finally here, finally here now. Now when I look back, it's like it's another game that I'm playing. I thought to reach the sky, even though it took a while. I know that I can rest now. 'Cause it's finally here, finally here, yeah, here. Oh, 'cause it's finally here, finally here, yeah. Ooh, finally here, finally, oh, finally here, finally here It's gonna be me, gonna be me that finds a better way. Wait on, feeling is strong. I'm getting right of you. The wait on. Come slow, come slow. Feeling, come slow, come slow. It's gonna be me, gonna be me. It's gonna be me, gonna be me. It's gonna be me, gonna be me. That's I'm not gonna feel it real. I know. Tell me
I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure exactly what that last song was. I put on Epidemic Sound and I just kind of let it play. Let me change some things over here. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day, despite the weird music there. It was called a song called "All Around" by Particle House. on Epidemic Sound. I have no idea. Somebody asked me this week on in a comment on the Nick video who I use for or where I get my music from. Um, it was funny because they commented, they asked me about my OST, which I had never seen that used in a comment or language like that. So I had to look up what exactly OST means. It apparently is original soundtrack. So learn something new. And yeah, I get it from Epidemic Sound. I've been using them for years now, and they are great. They've got a lot of really great stuff on here. But when I put on stuff, I don't know what I'm going to get sometimes. So it wasn't too bad. Well, I'm glad it wasn't too terrible. Finally back this time. How's it going, Mr. Tim Fritz? Well, welcome back. So we're going to be starting season 3 of The Walking Dead tonight. Man, God, he's UNC. What is UNC? What are you talking about? I am so confused. He has UNC. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, season 3. So we're going to be starting season 3 of The Walking Dead tonight. And I asked earlier this week, I started the poll on Monday because I wanted to give it time. I honestly thought I wanted to decide exactly how to play this season out. And I thought to myself, okay, we've done Lee going with Kenny for everything. We've done Clementine going against the cabin group for everything. So what if we decided to do something a little bit more extreme this season with Javier and either do all in as good as I can possibly be or as evil as I can possibly be? Now, I'll be honest, when I first set that up, I thought evil Javi was going to win by a landslide. I did not imagine that it would even be close, let alone that Angel Javi would win. And Angel Javi wound up winning 53, I think last I checked, to 47%. That was like 140 votes. Like, it was insane. I could not believe it. So season 3 is going to be, we are going to be the best version of Javi that we can possibly be. Basically think of like the nicest, greatest person you could possibly think of, and then make that even better for Javier. We have to go above and beyond every time anybody asks us to do something for them. We have to be as friendly as we can possibly be, even if they're mean to us. This is going to be an interesting take, honestly. UNC was just slang for uncle. I got called old. I am old. I am old. I swear. Referencing your take to letting Badger zombified. That's okay. So you're talking about the video the other day. Okay, yeah. Not the other day. It was from last year, I guess. But you're watching it. I think you commented on it, if I remember correctly. Did you comment on that video, Alexi? Were you the one that pointed out the fact that it wasn't in the playlist, and I thought it was in the playlist? Because if that was you, thank you. Because I usually try to remember to put those on there, and I just completely forgot. Good Javi with a tinge of badass feels right. Well, I don't know how much badass we'll be able to be. If a situation comes up where it's like us versus them, we have to like give in to them. Unk also means old, out of touch, etc. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I have my 40th birthday coming up this year, so I am getting up there just a little bit, and it could be said that I am not as young as I used to be. I'm not as I'm not as in touch with the hip things of the day. I'm not the kind of dad that goes around talking to my kids like, yo, what's up? I mean, I do to make fun of them, but I don't try to be the cool dad, right? Does that mean letting Gabe die to Conrad? That is an interesting question to bring up, because we will be. Why is the messages being removed? What the hell, Nightbot? Hold on a minute. Ooh, 1 minute. No, why in the world? Okay, for some reason I can't undo that. Nightbot, you're about to get banned. I am sorry about that, Alexi. You should not have gotten. Don't spam chat, I guess, or don't put caps. Nightbot doesn't like caps. I gotta fix that this week. I'm sorry. Younger than your parents. I don't know. I don't know how old your parents are. Yeah, Nightbot can be a pain in the ass. So Conrad, that is a good. I want to talk about that because if you notice, there is a thing right now. You can vote on whether to stay with Clementine or go with Kate. So each episode has its own kind of big choice that isn't necessarily a good or bad decision to be made, but it's an important choice. So for this episode, it is whether we should stay with Clementine, which currently is leading 70-30, over going with Kate at the end of the episode. When it comes to the Conrad episode, or the Conrad decision, I am going to have you guys decide on whether or not we should let Conrad live or shoot Conrad and save Clementine in that situation or let her go. So like you guys are going to help make those decisions. That's what I try to do with this series as we're playing through, because it's not fun if I'm making all of the decisions all the time. I want you guys to be a part of that. Would good Javier date Kate? We'll find out. We'll see how that goes. That's going to be a decision you guys will have to make as well. 24, but I feel like I'm 100. I am 3 months away from being 40. And some days I feel like 80, some days I feel like 20, it just depends on the day. Most days I'm getting up there to where I'm starting to get like the pops and cracks in the mornings and stuff like that. And that's not fun. But I was like, I'm a veteran, so I was in the military and had to go through a whole bunch of extra stuff that broke me in the long term. I'm currently in the process. I bring that up because I'm writing about it right now. I've been working on a memoir, so that's a whole nother thing on my website. But yeah, I feel really old some days. Conrad's hit and miss for me. I'm gonna date Kate, and no one can stop me. Well, you'll have to convince enough people in chat to vote that way. I need to launch the game. I normally have the game launched before I start stream, but I forgot to launch it today. Nightbot is really upset about the caps, Alexi. I'm sorry. I also wanted to say there was a so we had the Nick Friend or Foe episode that came out yesterday. It's been a great week for Friend or Foe. We had the Nick Friend or Foe episode came out, and then we also had the Piper Friend or Foe episode, which did better than I expected. And there was a string of comments in the Nick video that started off really interesting and seemed to be kind of good back and forth. And then there was some like a little bit of name calling, a little bit of personal attacks. And that is not okay. We can't have that. We need to make sure when we were talking about things and discussing things in the comments that we're staying respectful. The comment in general, I pinned it to the top if you want to go check it out later on. It was a good concept of a conversation if it would have gone a little bit smoother, I think. Years of complacency has broken you. That is very true. You have no idea. But next week we will be having probably the video I'm looking the most forward to as far as the Friend or Foe series is concerned, because we are going into Detroit Become Human for the first time, and we are looking at Hank Anderson. And I got done writing that video today and editing it, the script for it. I have to record it still, but I am excited for that one. That one's going to be a lot of fun because Hank is one of my favorite characters of all time. I don't know if you guys have played Detroit Become Human or if you've watched my Philosophy and Ethics series on it, but Hank is a fun character, and I cannot wait for that video to come out. Had to switch accounts because Nightbot is... Nightbot, did it ban you? I'll check on it later on. I'll fix that before next week. I felt for Nick, but he was just way too unaware of himself to survive. Nick, I felt bad for him, but like in the circumstances, the writing didn't help him any. The writing really hurt him in a lot of ways, and I wish that they would have done more for his character, because I think realistically, all of the most hated characters in the series, it's not the characters you would expect. You would expect like Carver to be hated, or David, as we're getting ready to play season 3. But it winds up being characters like Nick and Ben and Bonnie because of the kind of survivor they are. And they just aren't good survivors overall. Bonnie's out for herself most of the time. Nick is messes up. Nick and Ben both mess up a lot, and they get a bad rap for that. I mean, Nick needed guidance, but nobody in the group is giving him time of day. Can't stand the constant stupidity and not taking accountability. What's funny is I'm looking at the starting screen here. Hold on a minute. Let me pull this up so you guys can see. I've got the starting screen up here for season 3, and it's making me think a lot about The Last of Us. I've been playing The Last of Us this week to get the recording, to get the game footage recorded, and some of these images make me think directly of, and I don't know if that was intentional on Telltale's part, if they tried to style it after that, but it has that look. Okay, ironically, the most hated in The Walking Dead would be the most sympathetic. That is true in a way. I think realistically, in a survival scenario, very few people would be as willing to sacrifice people as they say they would. It's easy to say, oh yeah, I would sacrifice Ben as a video game character. But when it's real, taking away somebody's life or letting somebody die, you can't take that back. And that's a really hard thing to deal with. And when it comes down to it, most people wouldn't be able to sleep at night or live with themselves if they didn't try to protect those people. One thing I will say in season 3, when it came out for me, it felt the most different, though. New protagonist. Yeah, season 3 was, to me, was the most different because of the new protagonist. That was playing as Javier. I didn't expect that, especially seeing Clementine. I'm like, oh, I get to play Clementine again. Nope. All right, so we're going to continue the story. I believe save 4 was the last one. AJ, Kenny, and Clementine continued to Wellington, where Clem learned Kenny would not be allowed in. Clem said goodbye to Kenny through tears. Yep, that's right. All right, so we are going to start story. Episode 1, A New Frontier. Especially a vulnerable person, I wouldn't be able to consciously toss them away. Yeah, that would be really hard to do for somebody that just was having that much trouble. Whole Ben killed. Yeah, Ben's actions resulted in Katja and Duck dying, but it was so much more complicated.
It's time. Get over here.
All right, I'll start packing up.
It's time.
Now,
Get over
Javi,
here.
You need to hurry. Look, I'm not giving you shit, okay? You weren't here when Dad was sick, okay? I get it, but you need to fucking be here when he goes.
This whole opening hits really hard.
I'm on my way.
Like, put yourself in Javier's shoes and imagine that the world winds up coming to an end shortly after all of this, right? But he's been away from his family for
David, hey.
He's never home. He's never there for them.
Hey, David, I had to leave my car. Traffic's just
Only
backed
killed
up
was
for
Carly.
miles.
He's dead.
Not Poppy.
No, I tried.
You're a piece of shit. You know that? One time. Just the one goddamn time that you needed to be here.
Look,
We have to be as
I
nice as
understand
possible.
You're angry, but please.
Angry? Oh, I'm more than angry, Javi.
We have to get our ass
Everyone's
kicked by
here.
our brother.
They've been here for days, and where the fuck
How's
were
it going,
you?
Upgraded Titan?
We're there, all around him. People who love him all around him. And he's scared. I'm seeing the panic
And
in
all
his
he can
eyes
say
when he's
is,
searching the room.
"Where's
¿Dónde
Javi?"
está Javier? ¿Dónde está mi hijo? I'm there, right beside him, holding his hand. Like a good son.
So, upgraded for
And
the
he doesn't
Angel
even see it.
Javi playthrough. Basically, we have to
He
pick
doesn't even see
the
me because
nicest
he's
possible
looking for you.
reactions in every circumstance,
You don't
regardless.
think there's a million places we'd rather be? You don't think we all had to make sacrifices?
I'm sorry.
And then I'm going to let the community
Okay.
pick for some of the other
David,
big choices,
Jesus,
like the
Sorry
poll that's
isn't
currently
bringing
up.
him back. You
Stay with
selfish
Clem is
fuck.
still up 67-33.
Why are you fighting?
Oh, Gabe.
I could hear you from inside. What's going on?
Don't worry, Gabe. We're just horsing around. Just a joke between brothers, you know?
Yeah. Your uncle doesn't know how to take
PFP
anything
as well?
seriously.
Huh?
Go inside, mijo. We'll be in a minute.
Go on.
Don't beat up your brother because your
It's
dad
okay.
prioritized him more.
Inside.
We have to be nice to David even when he's mean to us. Do I like Gabe? I have mixed feelings about Gabe. Gabe gets a bad rap because he's a teenager. He's a
I
teenage
should
boy,
call someone.
and
Body.
his hormones are all over the place. His emotions are all over the place, and he gets a lot of hate for just being a typical teenager in the apocalypse. And I think that's because he's often held up against
I love
Clementine,
you, little brother.
who is way more
You know that,
mature than
right?
she should be.
With everything going on. I know.
Just wait. We'll eventually get to the friend or foe for Gabe. That's going to be a fun one.
You think I was jealous of you.
No, I
Poppy
don't
told me
think
last week you
anything.
were adopted, David.
Well, I was.
It's not like Poppy can refute
For
it.
a long time.
Consider David just an awful brother to him.
You've lost more than I'll ever have.
David and him
But
have
maybe something good
an
can
interesting
come out of
relationship
all
because I
this.
think it's a very realistic relationship in a lot of ways.
'Cause we need you here.
There are a lot of brothers, especially
It's
that
time to grow up. You can't run from this. Not anymore.
we got to be nice to him. There are a lot of
I
brothers
know.
that have a relationship
You're
very
right,
similar
I
to
won't
them.
even argue.
They are very relatable in a
around
lot
with
of
them,
ways.
honestly.
I've had that kind of relationship with my
Come on,
brothers
huh?
over
I wanna
time,
believe
and
that.
it's an interesting
I do.
relationship to have because you love them, but you also like want to strangle them at the same time.
Kate.
I'm so sorry, Javi. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
every kid is basically measured up to Clementine, which isn't fair.
Let's
You
go
know,
inside.
Clementine is an extraordinary
Mom needs
case.
you.
Duck is more realistic for what
What
what a kid would
happened?
act like. Gabe is realistic for what a teenager would act like. Season 2, even Sarah was more realistic for what you might see, although she was a little more coddled than she should have been. But even Sarah's more realistic. We have a tendency when it comes to games and movies and shows to take the hero characters and kind of put them on a pedestal and measure everybody else compared to them. When in reality, they are a hero because they are so extraordinary. When everybody else is down here, the hero's up here. So it kind of skews the general average person.
Mama.
Where were you?
My mom just slapped me.
I tried.
Lily's
I
more of a
tried.
foe
I'm
than
so
Gabe.
sorry.
Lily is
He's
much more of a
gone.
foe than Gabe.
He's gone.
Lily's friend or foe?
He's
I
in a
said she
better
was a
place,
foe.
Mama.
If you haven't seen that episode yet.
Uncle Hector's taking care of it.
Leaving his own brother to take care of his family, even though that's not part of his brother.
David made arrangements with your father.
He didn't do it on purpose, though. If you remember, like David has to, like he's taking the mother to the hospital, right? He expects them to meet. He doesn't know the world's ending, and then shit hits the fan. He can't get back to them, so it's not really his fault what happens there. Yeah, Duck would have probably been
Grandpa's
similar to
cup is
Gabe in a
empty.
lot of ways, moody, maybe a bit more mature. Although I don't know. I don't know how Kenny. I would have loved to see Kenny and Kasha be able to raise a teenage duck
Sleeping.
in the zombie apocalypse.
No, Yaya. Deepo's awake.
Gabe and Nick had other people handle most of the work for them. Clem had to rely on herself. No, Clem took the initiative. Clem could have just sat back and let other people do things for her. Clem took the initiative, and that's why she's extraordinary, because most people wouldn't do that. You know, most people in the zombie apocalypse would wind up being Nick or Ben or Gabe. Like, most people are not Lee. Most people are not Javier or David at the top of the society. They are the average person just trying to get by day to day. And I think that's why a lot of people, I mentioned this in one of the comments I wrote this week, like, I think a lot of people relate to them in a way that they don't like about themselves. And so they kind of project some hate on them, parts of themselves that they don't like. That would be terrifying. You think that your dad is dead and you walk in the room and he's a zombie.
Stop!
See where David learned the hitting from? All from his mom.
Cálmate, soy yo, David.
Yeah, that's a conversation I haven't even had
Él está loco, él atacó a Héctor.
Solamente está
before the outbreak.
confundido.
Mamá.
Javi's dad as Walker looks like Voldemort. You're not wrong, except he has a nose.
Oh my god.
Like, that's the difference. Voldemort doesn't have a nose.
It's okay. It's okay.
Mama, you're gonna be okay. You'll be okay, Mom.
New Frontier gets a bad rap because people wanted to be Clementine. They wanted to continue Clementine's story. And New Frontier is a combination of Clementine's story on the side with a new story being told. And people didn't like that. Like, people were frustrated because they expected to continue Clementine's story, and then they kind of half-assed it. So
Gabriel, where's your sister?
they're trying to combine a whole bunch of stuff into one, and it just wasn't fair to Clementine, and it wasn't fair to Javier and Gabe and their story,
Take Dad's car.
and David
Keys are on
and
the
Kate,
dash.
and like, this is a story in and of its own that should have been told by itself without Clementine.
Mama, get the kids. Meet at the hospital. Don't take the highway.
Yeah,
It's
this
blocked.
this opening, of all the games, this is the most fun because it shows that transition. It shows what that would be like. It's
I'll
not
bring the
like
van around.
season
Where's
one
Mari?
where you're Lee and you're in the back of the cop car and shit hits the fan. This is a
Mariana,
very
we have to
real
go.
situation that
Gaga's
somebody
hurt.
could find themselves in.
Come on, honey. We have to go.
No.
Yeah, New Frontier, I have said that. I think I said that in the video where I talk about rewriting the seasons.
It's okay.
New Frontier would have been a hell of a lot better if Clementine
County
had
General
not been in it.
Hospital. I know the way.
If it had been its own thing. If they would have done Clementine season 4, I think should have been season 3. Finish Clementine's story and then go back and tell the story of Javier and tell the story of what happened to them. Show different perspectives in different seasons. I think that would have been interesting. Clementine is everyone's baby girl. I can see that. For me, the first time playing when the Walking Dead game came out, my oldest daughter was 6. It came out in 2013, 6 or 7, so around just a little younger than Clementine. So it was very relatable for me from that angle.
Tell me when it reaches the campfire.
Hides the bike. He hit the bike because he didn't know what was going to happen.
I don't think I've seen this many. It's definitely growing.
Yeah, not a great sign.
Oh, that's probably true at the very beginning. If you think about it side by side, Lee is like
I left my water bottle.
somewhere between the cop
Her
car
just
and
got
Herschel's
there.
farm as Javier's going through all that
Just
shit with his
under 4
family.
hours. Come on. We should keep moving while the kids are asleep.
Yeah.
I honestly, I'm not 100% sure where exactly New Frontier takes place for the most part. I know it starts like in LA or not LA, San Francisco, I think. So it starts out west. I'm not sure where they're at here. I assume they've gone further east, but I don't
Looks
know
like the
that
herd
it
is speeding up
specifies.
a little. I thought it was
How's it
drifting
going, Fox
southwest,
10?
but I'm not sure anymore.
Sean Green is alive because he never
Every
should
time
have been
I
in the
think we
TV
should
show.
just bed down somewhere and wait for it to pass. I can't shake the thought of us getting caught in the middle of it. It just keeps coming. It's slow, but that almost makes it worse. Makes it feel like we're in
We'll be as
control.
nice as we have to be as nice as we
nice to
possibly can. So I got to try and pick the one I think
been
is
on
going to
the
be the
move a while
nicest
now.
answer.
I don't know. It feels risky.
Well, not if we find somewhere secure.
We'll
I don't think
figure
they're
it
that
out.
far east. I don't think it's
We always do.
Baltimore. Richmond.
Hey,
That's
I'm gonna
where
sneak a
the New Frontiers base is, Richmond,
I can't
Virginia.
believe we
So,
found weed.
yeah, they're probably in Virginia or maybe Ohio at this point.
They realized they needed food.
Be cool if they were in Ohio. That's where I'm from.
Do you want me to do that?
That's the nice
The last
part.
joint you rolled looked like a kazoo.
Angel Javi.
You're
Do you want me to roll the joint
driving,
for
and
you while I
I've been alone
drive?
Since then.
It was like 3 days ago.
Relax. Mariana's got headphones on, and Gabe is drooling.
If they
I
didn't
think
have the
we're in
fodder,
clear.
fodder greens, they should have added Shaney Boy. Yeah,
You want
there
some?
might have been. We have to say yes. Angel
Yeah.
Javi.
Okay, sure.
We have to agree with everything. Plus, to have Javi in season 4. That would have been interesting.
Awesome
I
example.
feel like that was probably originally intended before they had to rewrite everything because they were closing down.
Oh, when I found out David had kids, I told him, I am not changing who I am around them.
What I don't like about Kate is she is
When he
very
proposed,
wishy-washy.
I reminded him that I'm not.
She
exactly
reminds me a lot of
stepmother
Lori
material.
from the show. A lot of the I'm in your corner, I'm not in your corner type of thing that she did with Rick.
He was reassuring, but
And some
yeah,
of
I
that's
could tell
just
he was
the
worried
awful,
about it.
awful writing.
I knew he'd
At
try
the
to get
beginning
me
of the
to change.
next episode, I think it is, or 2 or 3.
Or at least he'd hoped that being around the kids more would change me, you know?
Do you miss
Do
him?
you miss him? But like episode 2 or 3,
about that a lot.
when they have the opening where they're in the kitchen and she cuts her hand and
Honestly,
he's, trying to be
not
nice to
sure.
her and everything. And then
I
he's
used to
like,
talk shit about all those
tells
mothers who
David,
go on
she's
about
going to
raising
leave you.
kids being the
I'm like,
hardest thing
what?
in the world.
And she's like, I never said that. Literally 2 minutes ago, that's what you were saying.
Gabe's making me start to think they had a point. His mood swings are just...
No, season 2 was close. It was in
Some days I
Tennessee.
just want to leave him by the side of the road.
I would love to have a Walking Dead game set in Ohio. That would be so cool.
Jesus. Obviously.
Gabe's been
What is Shane Walsh?
emotional lately. I'm sure he's
If
just
Shane Walsh had a
going through
wife.
phase.
He might have been happier.
Emotional? Right.
The only one was
That's
focusing on
cute.
Javi, David, and the kids mostly. Yeah, that was
I love
the
these
focus of
kids.
the
But I
season.
could do without Gabe reminding me I'm not his mother whenever he's pissed.
He's a teenager. Puberty, hormones.
Yeah, Wellington was supposedly in Michigan, I think,
The second you
canon
start
wise.
getting boners, the whole world starts to get dark.
How's it going,
What
Nico?
are you talking about? It sounds delightful compared to dealing with bloody underwear. Christ. I need to
God,
get
now they're
laid.
talking about the birds and the bees.
I realize that was an awkward transition.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
How do I be nice with this one? I'm not going to say anything. I got to be careful. I don't want to be too nice in certain circumstances. Peak male experience. I would take the peak.
Smell.
I would take the worst male experience over the peak female experience because females have it rough, man.
We're smoking weed.
As if the kids don't
I
already
already know
know.
you guys do drugs.
That's a pretty severe way of phrasing it, Mariana.
I already know
Don't
you
tell
guys
Gabe.
do drugs. This is
He's the one who
multiple
told
years
me.
into the apocalypse.
Oh my god. You're even smoking in the car now?
All right.
Clementine was going to have an encounter with
Everyone roll the
Negan.
windows down before you all get contact high.
That would have been an
We're about to make a
interesting,
supply stop.
interesting crossover. Yeah, some parts. So season 2 went from they were in North Carolina, I think, in the cabin, and then they went to Tennessee, was where the House Hardware store was. I don't know that they ever made it any further until they got to Wellington, which was in Michigan. That was the furthest north they went, but we didn't really see that much of that. Drugs are bad, okay? What if the Telltale games were in the TV universe? That would be interesting. I find it funny that the thing that ties the games and the TV show together are the comics, which I've only read like a little bit of the comics, so I'm only mildly familiar with some of them. Oh, we gotta be nice. We won't say anything. She's praying. If Negan thought Carl was cool, he would love
I'm
Clementine.
praying I find a candy bar.
Negan probably would have made Clementine the leader,
All right. What do we actually need?
and he wouldn't have made her
candy bar.
spaghetti.
Need, Mariana, not want.
You heard the crowd. Please, God, let there be candy bars.
Amen.
I love it when the
Well,
when the
let's
text
start
at
with
the
some
bottom
gas,
doesn't
then
line
move
up
up
with
from
what
there.
they say. Oh, somebody failed. It's a little easier from the quick time event standpoint. Ooh. By the way, the definitive version of the game is on sale again to $9.
Where are you
Hey,
going?
worth picking up if that's the case.
okay, that's cool. Have fun.
Difference between these two is the fact that Clem had people forcing her to adapt.
It never ends
See
with
Lee
him.
teaching her survival, Krista forcing her to
I
adapt
hate
more
when
and
they
more.
fight
That's
like
yeah.
that. I really hate it. It's like all Gabe wants to do is argue. Doesn't matter what it's about.
Well, that makes 2 of us. But we're stuck with him, so... At least you have your headphones.
I can say that to
Yeah, but
Mariana
the
or
batteries have been dead for a couple
Mariana.
weeks.
I don't know. Maria,
mostly worried
Mariana. What
for
did I
you
call?
guys.
What did I call her earlier?
You sneaky little... That's smart.
Main steam is around $10.
That's pretty smart.
Be nice to find some dinner.
In a
Mariana, you
junkyard.
poor girl, enjoy the
You
next
never
40
know.
minutes of screen
These
time.
past 4 years, people have been hoarding all kinds of shit in
That
all
was
kinds
probably
of
the
places.
worst part to me. The fact that they kill her off.
Oh, and Mari, if there's any trouble,
I
you find one of
I
these cars.
didn't know how much I
Lock
wanted to
yourself
keep
in and
playing
don't come
after
out.
that happened.
Not even once
Honestly,
it's quiet. And wait as long as you can.
Okay.
because she was kind of
Good
one of
girl.
my favorite characters of episode 1. It untimed out me after my alt got banned. I don't know. Just don't do caps, I guess. Nightbot doesn't like caps.
Hey,
$5 was
Any
the
luck, kiddo?
most. That's one they
I
ever
need a
got in
pen.
Definitive Edition 2. It's not bad.
Or a pencil. Just something to write with.
a pen? Why are you looking for that?
There's just something I really need to do. And I need a pen for it. Last night I was thinking about this stupid story
Wait,
my
can
mom
I
used to
find a
tell me
pen
all the
for
time
her?
before bed. I used to hate
I've
it,
never talked to her like this.
but then I realized I don't remember the ending. It was this goofy ending she thought was so
Thought
funny.
Mariana
and
was
I thought
Javi's
so
sister.
dumb.
I mean,
want to write down everything I can remember.
she
about
kind of
everything.
seems a little bit.
'Cause if
She's
I forget
she's his
and they're all
niece.
gone, I'm kind of gone too. At least a little bit. I just think that might be kind of important. Maybe.
That's a great idea, Mariana.
Place belongs to the new frontier, but they could have a sign saying, I don't think it belongs to them. I think they were just staying here they were just like out. This was where they were a remote scavenging post for a short term. I don't think it was a long-term thing.
Waste oil. No use to us.
The timing just so happened to work out. Found batteries
Okay.
for her if you check the drawers.
Now I'm sorry I did that. Oh, that's gross.
I'm gonna make him look at it after he pokes it. All right, we'll talk to Kate.
You find anything?
You mean the drawers in the
Can't stop thinking
in the
about
building,
that
right?
herd. We get caught in it, and that's it. Peace, asshole. Can't charm your way out of that one. And we'd be gone in seconds.
At least she didn't think that Kate was Javi's sister. That would be rough.
But I'd still try to charm them. What would I have to lose?
It'd be pretty amusing, I'm sure. Until our eyeballs were ripped out of our skulls.
Oh,
There's
that's
gonna
not
be a
that bad
last
of a
one,
thing.
you know?
You don't need
Last
eyeballs.
tank of gas. Last piece of food. What if this place is empty? And the next? And the
Kate
next?
was technically
gonna let
Javi's
that happen.
sister-in-law.
Okay?
Okay. I let it have its 5 minutes. I'm good.
Now that she's got that out of her system. Let's see.
Once this car made someone very happy.
Tuh.
Now it sits here.
Why does it say
Rotting away.
where on the back?
Así es la vida.
The drawer before you go to Gabe. Oh, okay. Can we siphon anything out of this? I think there's only one vehicle we can siphon from. Riz up the zombies. Thoughts on Kate? Kate's okay. Kate is fine. She's just so... She doesn't know what she wants, so she like wants to have her cake and eat it too with Javi and David, right? She spends all this time getting to know Javi, And instead of going in
Not
and
much,
telling David when they
every bit helps.
meet him again, hey, I thought you were dead. In the time since then, I have fallen in love with
That
Javi, and I
could
want to
hold,
be
I
with him.
guess.
Instead of being
Could be really handy if we stay for
upfront
a
about
while.
that, she's like, "Oh, hey, I'm so happy to see you, my husband. Like, you're like 3 years. I forget what it said. Like 3 years into the apocalypse now. It is understandable if you think that your significant other passed away, that you would find other love. It's understandable that you would get another relationship. And David, for his part,
I wouldn't have
while
minded
he
having
might
one
feel
of
some
these
loss
back in the
about that,
day.
he already thought she was dead. So, like, I'm sure David has spent some time with other people.
What's going on?
Also,
in
if we
there,
kill Gabe in the ending, I'll be sad.
I'm in a bad mood, okay? I wanted to
Well,
go
the
away,
last
but
choice, I can already tell you, the last choice
Whoa.
for the last episode is going
just wish we weren't always
that
on
I'll
the
have
road.
up for a
I like
vote
being
is
with
going
other
to be
people.
whether to go look for
Just-
Gabe or go with
We're in that car
Kate.
for so damn long. The AC hasn't worked in ages. And then
What if we just let him
ate my
talk?
last damn tape.
But we still got each other. It's better than nothing, right?
I don't know. Maybe just leave me alone.
Okay. But if you want to talk later, I'm around.
Yeah, he's a moody teenager. I can understand that because as a teenage boy, I was very moody as well. That's just the way it is.
I don't think these tires would fit the van.
Of course, I also had to deal with dinosaurs when I was a teenager. Look like a character who look
Looks
like me the
there's more to
most.
see up here.
Most like is Gabe. That's actually really common. A lot of people tend
luck?
to.
So-
That's why representation is so
Not
important
enough.
in games and movies and stuff like that. People
Hey,
get all up in
Gabe,
arms about
Let's go
representation,
take
and
a
they
look
get
over there.
like it becomes a
Gabe,
controversial thing.
Stay close to Javi.
But it's actually
Got it?
something that's super important,
Oh,
you know,
right.
because a lot of people align with characters that they can relate to, whether acts like them, look like them, think like them. And it cannot be overstated how important that stuff is because it means a lot to people to be able to relate to characters like that.
Hey, look. There's one they never took to pieces.
Kate,
Good catch.
yeah, Kate didn't cheat. Kate did nothing wrong with Javier. And then her biggest mistake was to not be open with David when they first find out he's still alive.
Locked.
And honest with
Still
herself.
might be gas in the tank,
Like,
though.
that's a conversation they all should have had pretty quick. I mean, she had to get better first. She was hurt and everything. But like, once they got past that, she should have been like, hey, David,
locked.
I thought you were dead. I fell in love with Javier. I'm sorry.
Here goes nothing.
And David should have been man enough to be like, hey, I understand that.
Fuck yeah.
Even as a teenager, is more level-headed. Yes, but not everybody is as level-headed. There are a lot of teenagers out there that I was one of those teenagers that was very bullheaded, very stubborn, I'm going to do it my way.
Look at all
Like-
that fuel.
It happens.
This is gonna take a while.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do to gain Gabe's favor. Not really. Like, we can try. Some of that falls on the writing, but some of that is just like, that's his character. That's just who he is. We need to give. Gabe he had Clementine, potentially. And then that got ruined because Clementine left
Looks
to
like it
go
came from in there.
find AJ.
Gabe, stay close.
Which, wait till we get to season 4 to have that conversation. Yeah, that's 90% of the time. Most situations in real life, but also in games, movies, television shows, like, communication is 90% of the problem that people face. Just the inability to sit down, to be honest, to talk things through. There's a million reasons for that, but like that, if you learn nothing else from my channel or any of the videos that I do, you should pay attention to the fact that communication is 100% the most important thing across the
be able to
board
get
in
in through
every
the hatch.
situation. Trying to get Gabe to romance Clem. Gabe and Clem are like perfect for each other
Locked.
early on. Wait, can I pry this? I've never pried this before, have I?
Not gonna be able to pry this open.
Nope, never mind.
Damn it.
I pick Violet or Lewis. Normally, I pick Violet. But I like Lewis. I like them both. That's the shame of it. I like Violet and Lewis both for Clementine. Violet is an interesting character. She knows who she is. She's her own personality. Lewis is fun. He's the class clown. And who doesn't love the class clown? Like, Lewis is... There's no bad choice. I don't think anybody should be derided for their choice in that situation because they're both awesome. The girls going... I mean, yeah.
Gabe, come check this out.
Although she didn't really, because they were long separated at that point anyway. That was like 8 years. Or, what are we now? 3 years in? So that was probably 6 years after this.
Just be careful.
Gonna try to make you friend zone people in season 4. You can try, but you have the community to go against. Because the community is the one helping to make a lot of these decisions.
Wow, this place is decked out.
Hey, Gabe gets a bad rap, all right? Gabe, like Nick, is hated for no reason, no good reason, other than just being who he is. Did he grab both of those?
Oh, it looks pretty comfortable.
Yeah, somebody's been
And
sleeping
pretty
here.
gross.
You ever tried it that way? Not trusting AJ. If you trusted AJ in the other playthroughs. Yeah, I have never played... I've only played through Season 4 completely one time, and that was for the Philosophy and Ethics series. And I trusted AJ throughout. I tried to give him the best information, and then I trusted him at the end. I think that is probably going to be the selection for Season 4. I'm going to have the community decide how we should handle AJ, because I think that could be interesting. We've been doing extremes, and so I think that would be a lot of fun.
Are you kidding me?
Lucky for you.
Gotta
we
go
put
through
enough
this blind.
preservatives in this stuff to last for centuries. There's enough food in here to keep us going.
Yeah,
for
I
a
think
long
Season
time.
3 for a lot of people is that way. A lot of people played Season 3 and then just like tried to skip over it or never go back to it.
Oh, check it out.
Somebody killed earlier proves this area is completely
actual,
abandoned.
honest to God, pudding.
Seriously?
Not necessarily. It was one zombie.
It's not just food.
It could have gotten
There's a
in
mattress,
from anywhere.
There's blankets.
Someone else's mattress. Someone else's blankets. We need to just take our gas.
Yeah,
and
Season
get on
4
our
will be a lot of fun when we get there.
Well, you gotta admit, it's kind of cozy in here.
The van is cozy. This is creepy.
I don't know who to go with on this
Come
one. The
on,
kids want to
one
stay.
night.
Kate wants to
Bunk
leave.
down, eat a real meal.
I have to be nice. Angel
Wouldn't it be
Javi.
nice not to sleep in the van for a change.
Not a fan of pudding.
Please.
The herd is coming, if it's not here already.
When I
We
think
should
of pudding,
go
all I
and
can
get
think
ahead
of
of
is
Before
Supernatural.
it's too late.
The fence is reinforced.
If you've
We'll
ever
be
watched
fine.
Supernatural, there's an episode
We
where Sam and Dean are in
found this.
an
Why
insane
can't we just enjoy it?
asylum.
Javi,
Ooh,
Can
I
we?
have never...
we could stretch out, sleep well.
I've
for
never
once.
kept
Come on,
moving.
you know it's not a big deal.
What
We
if I
got
said we should
guns.
keep moving?
We can protect ourselves.
We're gonna get what we came for and get out of here.
Great. Another shitty cramped night. In our shitty cramped
I chose to get back on the road. I've never done that before. How is this going to
Come
play
on.
out?
Let's at least grab the food.
What direction is this going to take me? The pudding would be all kind. Most of the food would probably be expired at this point.
Oh, guess what? Now you can really
Yeah,
drown us out.
that's where Dean stands up and he goes, pudding, drops his pants. Supernatural is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Hey, thanks for that. Backing me up and all. How does it feel to be the bad guy this time? It must be a new sensation for you.
I don't know. Oh boy, sleeping in the van again? All I'll say is you definitely owe me one.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
you owe me.
is
like
that
a
how this is
dozen,
gonna go?
So I'll just shave it off your tab.
Hey, Kate,
Nightbot?
can you come help us with
I'm
this?
gonna look at my settings on Nightbot this week.
Hey,
Just don't use
wait,
caps.
but you...
Will his battery
This way
still
you
work?
can
They
make up
might.
for being the bad guy.
Thanks.
The batteries
Grab some
might
gas.
still work. I
We
think
need to head out soon.
batteries tend to have a pretty good shelf life as far as that's concerned. They're like the Twinkies of the uh-oh.
What the fuck do you think you're doing with our
So
gas?
there's no way to get out of this situation.
Go on, speak up.
Whoa, look, the gas is all there. Just keep it.
Yeah, I'm thinking
That's
it's a
putting
little
in that
too
banana
late
drink
for
mix.
that.
These guys,
Ain't the loner type.
they're such assholes.
I can tell. I know you got people.
They're out scouting around. But they'll be back soon.
I had no other
They're not
choice
gonna
except
be
for to
too
tell him
happy
a
if they
lie.
see you pointing a piece at me.
Yeah, probably not. Then again, maybe they're already here.
Like, I'm literally
Waiting to
like
make an
saying, I'm not
ambush.
trying to rob you.
Fan out,
I
look
didn't
for
know
the
you
others.
guys were here. And they're
Bonnie,
like,
you
we're
with
still
me?
going to hold you hostage. Leave my boy Badger to die. I can't.
You assholes in there.
This is Angel Javi. I have to point that out in case anybody has joined since the beginning. We put that on. It was like 47% of the community voted to have Angel Javi, which means I have to do all of the nice things, even to people who are mean to me. So Badger gets to live.
I got your boy. You don't want him getting shot. You best come out there careful with your hands up.
They are a bad lot,
Whoa,
but I
you
still have to be
first.
super nice to
You
them.
get
I don't
ambushed
have a
by your own
choice.
people. That
The
shit's
community
gonna
has
make my day.
spoken.
Open it real slowly.
See, they heard it. They heard them out there and hid, which, okay, fine. But why not just be out there and be like, guys, we aren't trying to rob you. This is all of us.
Looks like you and your friends had a real feast, huh? You can't just take what you like. I don't roll over like that.
Look, I'll get you
I'll be
more
as
food.
nice as possible.
Okay,
He's
I
not
can
going to know
replace
how to
everything.
respond.
I
That's
swear.
the goddamn least you can do. Look, I get it, all right? You're starving.
Makes-
Who the fuck is it?
I mean,
At the end of your
they
rope,
aren't
thought you
raiders,
had pay dirt.
though.
Honest
They kind of
mistake.
are, but they're not
But I
really.
got
It's
this sneaky
a
fucking
complicated
feeling
situation.
that you're full of shit.
They're not the kind of raiders that are going out just to shoot and kill for the hell of it. They
I ain't
are
gonna let it be like the last
getting
time
things
some
for their
assholes
community,
rolled on us.
stealing
Keep an eye
it
on
from
this
people in
dickhead. I wanna grab
circumstances.
some cuffs.
So they're not doing it the right way. They're not good
Just
people,
chill, okay?
but
No need to make this any harder.
Look, your buddy is not thinking straight. So let's talk, okay? You and me, we can get
just
this
pudding.
sorted
Maybe he
out.
really
No,
likes
it's his
pudding. You don't
call.
know.
Look, man, this doesn't have to go. The fuck was that noise? What you got hiding under there, boy?
What if I just don't do anything here and let him discover them?
If you know something, you better spill it. You don't want me finding out for myself.
Hey, if you're so curious, open it and find out. No, really. Go
That's
ahead.
the nicest
Do
thing
it.
I could say.
Fuck it.
Max didn't want to raid, but he did want to be alive, or else the same. I mean, yeah, there were certain things they had to do. Damn it, Javier! What? Are you joking right now? I have to fight him? Oh my god.
Look, man.
Your choices matter.
The fuck was that noise? What you got hiding under there, boy?
Your choices matter, Telltale. Thank you so much.
If you know something, you better spill it. You don't want me finding out for myself.
I guess I'll say
What
this.
else? There are muertos down there. There were a bunch of them outside, too.
The dead, huh? Well then, we better take care of that, shouldn't we?
This is not a choices matter type of situation. There is no talking your way. This is probably the most frustrating thing about Telltale and their whole pretending like the choices matter type of, like, this dynamic is so stupid.
Holy shit!
Peace is not a valid option.
You have to pay for what you done here.
Wait, don't you?
Now look, there is my argument about the New Frontier and why they aren't as bad as people say before we get into the next scene. Because he could have just shot Javier there. He could have just shot Javi and Kate and maybe kept Gabe and Mariana, or killed them too, if they were as evil. Like, that's the thing with these games. Some of these characters, they are caricatures of evil. They are portrayed as evil, but they aren't as evil as we are led to believe, because you can see it in their choices. There are some very evil people. Lily's group is a good example of some really bad people because of the things that they do, but they don't do them just for the sake of being evil. They're more complicated, they're more complex, but they're at least consistent. The New Frontier doesn't act evil outside of, going to robbing communities and stuff like that, which is not good. But like in this situation, the evil thing to do would have been to kill Javier and Kate and Gabe and Mariana. That would have been evil. To knock him out and try to take him back to face charges, like, that's not an evil. Evil people don't hold criminal trials. He could have popped both of them. I mean, yeah, Javier could have. Situation could have been resolved.
Where are they?
Yeah, it could have been easily resolved if Javier hadn't punched the guy.
Please, man.
Just do us both a favor and pretend you're still asleep. I wouldn't start talking if I were you.
Yeah, they're doing some bad things. And that's the thing, is they're easy to hate because of the stuff that they do, but they don't act as evil.
Talking, I'm gonna get angry.
What happened to him was an accident.
Yeah, right. Keep talking, we might find ourselves in a similar accident.
Oh, we're gonna find ourselves in a similar accident because of Clementine.
You have to believe me. We were just...
Not another word, or God help me.
What else would they do with him? Where else were they going to take him?
Haul ahead of us, and I'm not about to listen to you.
He said they're going to haul ahead. They're heading back to Richmond.
Stop! Stop!
Oh, shit! No!
They could light a Joan, but they never get that opportunity. And here's Javier acting on his own again. We can't shoot him.
Hey!
We gotta be nice. Angel Javier. Yes, they have some bad things that they do. I'm not saying that they're good people. What I'm saying is Telltale wants to have their cake and eat it too. Okay? I gotta pause it for this because this is important. When we are talking about characters in games, and this is a writing thing, 100%. When it comes to groups like the New Frontier, or Carver's group at House Hardware, or Lily's group when it comes to Season 4, when it comes to those groups, if they are truly evil, if they are truly bad people, they should be following that standard of doing those things on a consistent basis. It should be easy to recognize what they're going to do, but they don't do the things that you would think when you think of truly evil people. I go back to Season 1, okay? Season 1, Episode 2, when they go to the farm, the I can't think of the name of the family. Somebody will get me in the comments, but when you go back to Season 2, that family, they were pure evil for the sake of being pure evil. They didn't care. They were going to kill everybody. They were going to slaughter and eat everybody. They had no qualms with doing any of that. That is what you would expect out of evil. The Raiders in Season 1, that is what you would expect out of pure evil. when you're looking at groups like this, and you see that they would capture Javi, that they would capture Kate, Gabe, and Mariana somehow get away or are kept there, whatever. I don't know. I don't remember what the exact circumstances were, but they're fine, right? Why not just shoot them if you're actually evil? They do some bad things, and that's where Telltale, I think, dropped the ball, because Telltale should have had more nuance involved in them, or made them all evil. But all evil is boring, so they got to find ways to spark it up. So they spark it up by saying, well, they're evil, they do these horrible bad things, but sometimes they're nice. And to me, that's horrible writing. That's really bad writing. Clementine, what? Yeah, the dairy farm in season 1 is perfect example of evil. It is there is some gray area, but they're not gray in the sense that they are doing things that, if you were listing evil and good things, they are doing things that would fit in both categories with no crossover. There's no middle of the road gray area. They're either doing the evilest thing possible or the nicest thing possible. Javier punched that guy. The guy was just checking. He saw Kate and them down there. He hadn't done anything yet, and the guys were kind of being reasonable for the most part. If they had just talked it out, it could have been better. But you didn't have that option because Javier punches the guy, clocks the guy when he's not paying attention. That is an evil thing to do. That is something you don't do in that circumstance. Javier does it. If they're evil, these guys aren't worth it. We're just going to shoot them all. So they just shoot Javier and the family. But they don't do that. They capture Javier, and they want to take him back to Richmond, presumably to face a trial, which eventually they wind up talking to. Like, it blows me away how poorly written this whole thing was. It is forced empathy in a lot of ways, because they want you to empathize with them to enough of an extent to be able to make an excuse for them, but they also want them to be completely evil and obviously the bad guys. You know, Joan, that's why it frustrates me so much, because Joan in this season is a perfect example of a nuanced bad guy. She would shoot any one of them without a second thought. Like, she is that kind of evil, but she also is trying to protect her community. So she's got a line that she won't cross with her community, but she also is doing some really evil things to maintain that community. That is a great look into what real evil can look like in a nuanced gray area type of way. This is not that.
Yeah.
Now we got to deal with Clementine.
All right.
That's good. Just keep
You
looking
think
forward.
Javi was worried about his family? I mean, he was worried about his family, yes, but that it's the nicest thing to say here, I guess. I surrender.
Look, I'm no threat to you, okay? I surrender.
Joan, yeah,
No,
she protects the
that's
community to benefit
obvious.
herself. She
Seeing
orders
how you didn't
terrible
shoot
things,
that guy.
and she would do terrible things without second thought to protect herself, but also to protect the community because it protects her.
Okay, now don't do anything stupid. Because I'm not as
Joan
nice as
is
you.
Bonnie if
I won't
Bonnie had a
hesitate.
spine. I think that's probably the best way to put her. I'm gonna have to talk. That's gonna be my line in the friend or foe episode for Joan. Joan is Bonnie if Bonnie had a spine.
Wait, did you do that with the tree?
I was trying to stop the truck.
Well, you stopped it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Joan was really good.
What do you need the truck for?
Joan was a really good character from that standpoint
drive.
because she has the motivations.
Put your
You
hands
can
up.
you can justify her
drive.
motivations. You can understand why she was doing what she was doing.
I'm the victim here.
But it's
We're all
also very
victims.
bad
Also,
to
it's
go
okay
out
for you to
raiding
rob.
communities you're supposed to be partnered with. You know, the things that
This is
she did,
payment
the
for
orders that
saving
she
you.
gave were really bad orders, but you can talk about them in a way
Hey, that's for my niece.
that
She loves
justifies
chocolate more
it.
than anything. I promised it to her. Please.
I did a Lily Friend or Foe episode. We'll talk about her more in season 4, but yeah, there's a
your
Friend or
eyes
Foe
closed
episode
and
out
count
if
to
you
100 before you
want to check
go.
it out.
Wait, just... My family. I need to get back to them. We were attacked, and I don't... Look, I just need to know where I am. We were driving down the 522, and that's when we found
You don't
the
know what to do
junkyard.
with their
They're still there.
captives because
I need to
even
get back to them.
when they raided Prescott to get Javi.
I know
Even
where that
Badger didn't
is.
shoot him right then
You
and there,
said you
but
were
instead
driving?
preferred to take him
In
with,
our van,
with them.
yeah.
I'll take you to the junkyard. If
Yeah,
you
but I
let
think
me have
Badger's a
your
lot more
van.
complex of a character than
I
most
get you
people
there in one
realize.
piece, then I drive away.
That van is our home. It's all we got.
What if I
That
don't give
sounds
her
like
the
a
van?
no.
How about you just give me directions like a normal person?
How about I shoot you and take the van anyway? This is a better deal for
I'm
you.
supposed to be giving her
Let's
the
go.
van, but that choice didn't really make a difference.
This
And I
really
just wanted to have
necessary?
my one moment
I
against
don't know
Clementine.
you. I don't trust you. And I'm
I
not
like
taking any
Clementine,
chances.
but this version of her,
So it's safer for both of us if you're tied up.
Look, I get it. You're being cautious.
Glad we understand each other.
The name's Javier, by the way. People.
oh yeah, I'll
Call me Javi.
definitely share more thoughts when we get to that point.
Clementine.
Clint would struggle without fertilizer.
Clementine. Cool name.
And Lingard would
If you
struggle
say
without
so.
medicine. I imagine that Richmond. Yeah, Richmond probably fell after Joan. Well, we see them doing pretty good with Javi at the very end, depending on the circumstances, or depending on the choices. If Javi wasn't there, though, I think Richmond falls without Joan. Clem's out here just robbing folks and doing what she does. Clementine is like the better version of Jane and Molly. She's the more caring version of Jane and Molly. The Jane and Molly that were raised during the apocalypse as opposed to coming into it as they
I can
were.
at least defend myself.
For all I'd know, you'd turn around and use it on me.
Look, I'm not gonna shoot you.
I'm not going to shoot you.
I didn't
Are we
even
going
shoot
with
the
Clem or
guy who
against
had
her?
me tied up.
I don't know yet.
But I know you thought about it.
The problem is, okay, Clementine, and I talked about this in the when I did the philosophy and ethics video, but Clementine, Javi doesn't know anything about Clementine. Now, I'm having everybody vote, right? We got stay with Clem versus go with Kate. Right now, it's 74% stay with Clem. So from that aspect, right now we're staying with Clem at the end. But Javier does not know who Clementine is. He has no reason to be nice to her. She just robbed him. So like,
Muertos.
but
Caught
also
up with us.
we're doing Angel Javi, so we kind of have to go help her in a lot of ways. Kind of like Batman raised by the experts to become a better expert.
Muertos.
What do you call them?
No, she's Dick
What do you
Grayson.
call the ones that run?
They're all fucking walkers, okay?
She's Robin.
Look, I'm just...
She's been raised by
to being around
Batman,
other
several
people.
Batmans. Because remember, Lee was Batman.
For a while, anyway. Usually, it's just me on my own.
Sounds kind of lonely if you ask me.
Well, I didn't ask you. And anyway, I prefer it
She
like
goes
that.
aggressive on.
So, who's at this junkyard?
My brother's kids. And his wife.
My brother's
impressive.
kids and his
Surviving
wife.
this long. Not sure
Notice
you
how
did
he
it.
introduces them.
Just keeping everyone
Yeah,
together
Duck
like
was
that.
Dick Grayson, but Duck died. Somebody
Oh,
had
I
to
didn't
take
do it
his
alone.
place.
My,
And I'm pretty sure that's like real life to Batman,
Kate
too, because hasn't he been
helped.
through like
She
several
did
Robins
most of the work,
in
actually.
the comics?
Sounds nice. Having a partner.
It is. How about you? You must have been pretty young when this shit started.
I was.
All I'm saying is
But some
Duck
people
was
looked out for
Robin,
me too.
What happened
and
to
then
them?
Robin died. Clem became the
Same
new
thing that
Robin,
happens
and
to
then Batman
everyone.
died, so now she's kind of the new Batman.
Shit.
We can't stay here. There's a town up ahead. We can stay there until the herd passes.
Duck was revived. I don't
Otherwise,
remember
we're
Duck being
Walker here.
revived.
Can you do that? Please?
We can't make a detour. I need to get to my family.
And I need that van. But right now, you have to trust me.
Oh, you mean the way you
Right
trust
now, you
me?
have to trust me as I robbed you and tied you up
Don't make me
and walked
regret
behind
this.
you at gunpoint.
Come on.
He had a totem of undying. Wow. So Duck is now Steve. Duck is now Steve from Minecraft.
There!
Clementine is Jason Todd.
Get to the gate! That's
No, Duck's actions led to them dying, but I don't think he got them killed. Or not Duck. Ben's actions led to Duck and Katja dying, but he didn't get them killed. Like there's a big thing there because
clear them out. Can't risk it.
There's a lot of different stuff happening. People didn't treat Ben very good to begin with, so he didn't feel comfortable coming to them and talking to them about what was going on with the bandits. You know, so you've got that going on, and then the decisions were made after the fact. Katja made the decision to end her own life.
Fuck! These bullets.
Oh, the bullets are bad. Like, there's just so many things that you can't blame it on one person.
Get your ass inside! Come on now!
Wellington should have fallen by the New Frontier. It would make Clem places. Yeah, that would have made more sense if they really wanted to have Clem in. If the New Frontier was the one that took down Wellington.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting way to have her actually wind up with the New Frontier. Like they were kidnapped her or something like that.
Clementine, right? You staying a while this time?
No. Once the walkers pass, I'm taking this guy to a junkyard off the highway.
You can't even blame Ben for Carly's death. That was 100% on Lily. Lily pulled the gun. Lily's the one that raged about it, you know?
Sorry to hear that.
That's not Ben's fault either.
Pretty quick. We're hoping it's gone just as fast. So, just keep your heads down and steer clear of trouble. You got me?
Lily kept accusing him, and he should have.
Outside the walls tonight.
We'll be cool.
We'll be cool.
Just need a place to ride out the herd. That's all.
All right.
Yeah, Lily lost her shit.
To that. And I wouldn't recommend changing your mind.
And she really shouldn't have, under the circumstances. She should have remained calm. Ben, yes, he should have confessed, but he was scared. He's a scared kid. And at the end of the day, it was adults making decisions. You know, they made the decision to. The bandits made the decision to attack the camp, basically.
The people on the
and
other
then
hand, they're not.
Everybody made the decision to get all crazy about who was stealing the supplies and everything.
In and out as quick as I can manage.
Well, I'm trying to.
Not exactly an option this time, though.
Charming little town.
This place is actually kind of charming. It's got.
Yes, Ben should have been more honest, and that's the thing is that's a lesson we can all learn about that situation. Is
yeah.
Even if you've screwed up and you think it's really bad, it's better to be honest. Honesty is the best policy about what's happening, what's going on. Communication. If they communicate properly about the situation, it doesn't happen the way it happens. If they were nicer to Ben in the first place, if Lee took Ben under his wing, if Kenny took Ben under his wing,
you guys made it this long.
They didn't have a lot of time. They had a week or so, but they could have worked with Ben a little bit closer.
Let's go this way. I gotta see a guy about some bullets.
In this playthrough, I'd like to think Kenny's alive and happy somewhere. I would like to think that Kenny finally found happiness after he saved Clementine and AJ.
I haven't been in a place like this since.
Because thankfully, in this playthrough, Kenny doesn't die in a car accident.
Just like the old days.
Listen, I gotta take care of something. Hang tight.
Well, wait. What should I do?
I don't know. Why don't you make some friends?
Yeah, Ben made the right choice as far as like he wanted to save everybody. He thought he was doing the right thing, but yeah, he should have talked. He should have told them what was going on. Hey guys, I was approached by these raiders. They said they had my friends. Hey, look, guys, they have a game machine. I have game machines. That's actually why I have those, is in the event of the apocalypse, I can make my own little arcade.
Play your hand. You're gonna lose, but you don't have to do it.
Kenny went to Florida.
Don't try and rush me.
I don't know that he went to Florida. I'd like to think Kenny went like
clearly
always
out west or down to like Baja California or something like that.
Excuse me.
Oh, you again.
Hope he has a better leg.
You got some moves. I'll give you that.
Hold on a minute. Don't I know you from somewhere?
I don't know. Maybe.
Lily, Larry, and Kenny would have been pissed either way.
Javier Garcia.
Lily, Larry, and Kenny were way too high-strung.
On the gambling thing.
They were way too quick to anger. They were way too emotional. They were way too.
20-year career.
And that winds up being the case in a lot of situations.
Yourself to win.
And that got a lifetime ban?
You want an autograph or something?
If I had a baseball, I'd take you up on it. But I'm fresh out.
That was the nicest thing I could think.
Anyway, I'm Conrad. This here's Francine.
He runs the place?
Are you urban enough?
Take his money.
Yeah, well.
Hey, Conrad,
maybe
can
I'm
you
just
pick a
letting you
lock?
Oh, actually.
Because, you know, you're
You're the gambler
urban?
type? Game's poker. 5-card stud.
I'll race you.
You know, I
do
feel
you
like
think?
there's a right
Is it
answer
a
here, but
call?
I'm not sure.
Don't get too intimidated.
She got
I
two
lose
pairs.
more often than I care to admit. Though all it takes is one good hand.
Fold. Doesn't feel right.
Go with your gut.
I think folding is the right call here.
Now that's a shame. Let's see how it could have gone. You folded that. Unbelievable.
Damn.
Good looking hand there, but not good looking enough.
Yes, I made the right call.
Whoa. Thanks for the warning.
No problem.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
No,
ever
I mean
gotten the right
That could have cost me.
call on
How's
that
about a
one.
drink? On my tab.
Just kidding. Kenny went to Mexico to get a
Bottle
taco.
Wow, man, this smells like turpentine.
That's the weak stuff.
If Ben survived and joined the
away from
Delta,
me.
what
I'm
if
talking
Ben
to
and
you.
Lily wound up both being in the Delta?
Hey, what's the point in talking when I already told you a deal is a deal? And it's done.
What's going on?
This guy ripped me off. I traded him a crate of perfectly good batteries, and he gave me a box of bullets that won't fire. He could have gotten both of us killed.
I don't think there's any way to
Yeah,
stop her
yeah,
from
who the
shooting
fuck
this
are you,
guy.
a bodyguard or something? Because I don't scare easy, all right?
I'm not going to
And
say anything.
I don't respond to
We're the
threats,
strong,
period.
silent type.
Okay, all right. You really want to get to the bottom of this? Well, you can't even prove those are the bullets I traded you.
Oh, hey,
Can he pronounce his taco
He knows the
taco?
bullets don't work. Listen to him. He's not even nervous.
Clem, he looks kind of nervous. Maybe
because of
don't
his
point a
bullets.
loaded gun at somebody.
Look out!
Damn it, dude. I didn't even do anything to you.
Hey, listen.
Clem
Let's
could
all
have told
cool
Billy.
down, huh?
Could have told Lily it was
We're
Ben
acting
who made the
crazy.
deal with the
I was
bandits.
too. We just
I don't know that Clem
got a
knew.
little out of hand. That's all.
Just give me what I'm owed.
Jesus. You gotta get her under control, man.
I'm her guardian angel.
This ain't no way to do business.
I can't say anything here because there's no good, nice answer.
You better start giving me answers I like. We had a deal.
All right, hey, okay, all right, so, hey, we'll trade back. I'll find some batteries.
I don't need batteries. What I need are bullets that won't get me killed.
Worst thing she could have done.
Drop the gun right now.
Say he attacked
Yeah,
him
he
when
shouldn't
was
have given.
going for his gun.
Okay, now.
Fucking warned you.
Eli attacked him. I only shot because
Shut it. You done enough talking.
There's no good answer here.
There's a herd out there, and you're firing off a fucking... What the fuck happened here?
he attacked Javi, okay? It was
Season 4,
self-defense.
she could have told Lily.
Enough from
That
you.
would have been interesting.
Did she really have to shoot?
Oh, God. I don't know what to do here. Should we side with Clementine? What do you guys want to see? Should we side with Clementine or should we rat on her? Because the angel hobby thing here, there's no good angel thing to do. There's no right thing to do because we should help the community, but also we should be good to Clem. So which one should we go? Pro or anti-Clem? I'm pro Clem, but like she went over the line, okay? You don't point, I don't care if the guy sold you bad bullets. You don't point a loaded gun at somebody and pull the trigger unless you want to kill them. Yeah, she's not justified though. That's the thing. Side with Clem, side with Clem. It was an accident. It's the kind of mistake I would expect Sarah to make. Okay, so it seems like everybody's saying side with Clem. Most everybody's saying side with Clem. All right, we'll side with Clem. Yes, she
Look
was
at my eye,
justified.
man. Of course she's telling the truth. The guy ripped her off, reached for his gun, and would have shot me if she hadn't stopped him.
See?
I snitched on
now?
Clementine during the philosophy and
God
ethics
damn it.
playthrough.
I'm putting you two under lock and key until I figure out what to do with
Whoa!
you.
Oh, hey, what? Are you for real?
As real as it gets. Now move.
Because technically, the right thing to do here is to snitch on Clem, because Clementine, she broke the cardinal rule.
I'd have punched your fucking
Like,
minds
you
out.
do not
Both of you.
ever point a
grade
gun
A
at somebody
certified
unless you want to kill them.
I'll even have someone come take a look at that cut.
We talked about that in the Nick Friend or Foe video. Like, that is a big deal. The number one rule.
Thanks for having my back.
Even if you think the bullets are bad
That
bullets.
was cool of you. I wasn't sure there for a minute.
No, we gotta be nice. The super nice answer.
Hell, I mean, you and I are a team now.
Thanks. I mean it.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Don't think this makes us
there's a
friends
lot
or
of really
anything.
dumb calls and unjustified killings that happen in this series. Sided with her no matter what. The first time I ever played season 3, I sided with Clem because I was familiar with Clem.
Trip sort of overdoes it sometimes.
And I didn't want to go against her because I had just played an entire season as her.
Cage, like you're some feral animal.
Javier, pleasure's all mine.
Is it now?
We're going to try to be nice
Now,
to Eleanor.
Let's see about that wound.
We have Gabe in our chat. Oh, God.
Yeah, he got you good. Try to hold still.
Eleanor is probably the most frustrating character this entire season to me.
As if good looks equal.
And I
bad
know
behavior
that's
or something.
probably
I never
controversial.
understood it.
Oh, I'm not a troublemaker.
But, like,
No,
she
trouble
is
sees
so
me
nice and easy to get along
explains why
with
Trip locked you up for the
until
night.
she tells on you in the New Frontier when you get to Richmond.
People are saying she killed a man in cold blood.
Is Eleanor like Carlos?
If you don't mind me asking.
Eleanor, I think, she's had
what
some medical
did
experience.
happen exactly?
The way she acts, she seems more medical.
That you went crazy over nothing?
Look, things got out of hand. Clementine was only trying to make a point, but then...
You make it sound so casual.
Make it sound
Best
so
thing is
casual.
probably for you two to leave town and get back to your group.
We were attacked earlier this evening. There were 4 of us.
Yeah, just the way that she acts, I feel like she
Sorry,
has some formal medical training of some kind. Maybe it was a nurse or something like that.
Well, not that I have much to offer you, but I know a thing or two about losing family.
I wouldn't want to make any trouble for you. This whole thing's been pretty messy.
I don't think I've ever waited either.
Eleanor?
We're
You
going to
done
wait.
yet?
Just about.
We're going to wait till morning. Because I don't think I've ever
Here's
done
what we're
that, and I
gonna
want to see
do.
what happens.
I'm driving you that junkyard myself. Get you out of my hair. And no
Eleanor,
one can say I
Conrad,
didn't do
Max,
right by
Badger, and
no
Gabe
one.
are my least...
In
That's
the
a lot of least
meantime,
favorites.
You two can sleep right here and think about what shitheads you were earlier. On my terms and on
Eleanor
my
didn't even
timeline.
like Trip like that.
You got me?
Did she?
All right. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Go kiss a skunk's ass. I should be earning a goddamn Boy Scout badge for this.
Boy, he's being real
It doesn't
mean.
seem right to wait. Javi's people, they can need a medic.
Nuh-uh, no way. Not putting you in that kind of danger again.
That's not your call.
Most useless choices. Oh, waiting or going early?
Maybe there's another way. We've got a rear gate down at the other end of the airfield. We don't use it much, but, well, we could leave tonight.
Yeah, the season itself, they missed a lot.
Jumpstart and reach you in that junkyard. If your family does need help,
We're going to wait.
I'll be right there to give it.
Something tells me Trip won't be too happy about you sneaking us out the back door.
He'll get pissy, but
Those are the
he'll get
characters
over it.
David, Gabe,
Sometimes
Badger,
with him, you
and
gotta ask
other
for
Jonah
forgiveness
Clint.
rather than permission. Anyway, think about it. I've got to check on some patients, but I'll be back in an hour.
You know, I never would have guessed she had it in her.
Yeah.
Revoke his license. I don't think Carlos had a license.
She's something.
I honestly don't. I was serious about that. Like, I don't think he had any medical
More
training.
than I trust her.
Not anything above like basic stuff.
You're right. Trip's got more muscle, just in case. We'll wait and get a ride with him.
Glad you're finally listening to reason. You know, when I met you...
Yeah,
I
if
thought
you
you'd
have a
just
real
be another
medic, you don't want to
asshole like
lose them.
everyone else.
And to think that when we first met, you nearly blew my
Carl,
head off.
Carlos.
Yeah, guess I made the right call.
It's gonna be a while before that herd passes. We might as well get some sleep.
Good idea. I'm exhausted.
I'll get the lamp.
Yeah, I think that's because Carlos was the one that killed, what the hell's the guy's name? The guy they killed while they were fleeing, George. Carlos, I think Carlos was the one that killed George. Carlos doesn't wash his hands before surgery. Carl!
Hey, what you drawing there, goofball? Can I see? You know I'm no good at this game.
This, realistically, these flashbacks are the whole reason why I really don't like this season.
I'll figure it out. Is it me?
Like,
It is me.
I like the interactions with her and AJ.
Come on.
I just think it could have been its own episode in a season all about Clementine and AJ. Like, they could have just done this as a season. And then had them find the school, and then had everything happen with the school. That would have made so much more sense than having all these flashbacks and having Clementine involved in what was Javier's story supposed to be.
That was weird.
Clem, open up. It's me.
Alvin killed George? Was it?
Edith, what's wrong?
Oh.
The group from last week.
Yeah, I guess I forgot about that.
And now they're armed. This is bad, Clem. There's a lot of them.
Carver
Too many
Jr.,
of them.
CJ.
I don't like the looks of it.
Do you need my help?
No, I need you to pack whatever you can. Be ready to run just in case.
I like the earmuffs that she has.
And they're seriously pissed off. This is gonna get ugly. I know it.
Well, AJ was aged up. This was like a year later. AJ's like a year old at this point.
Shit. Berry Essentials, come on.
We fucking begged you, man. Our people are sick and starving.
Okay, I think we got the hat.
Have to be this way. You could have
We need the weapon, ammo.
Some medicine, that's it. This is your fault. Y'all are just hoarding it for your fucking self.
I don't think we have enough time to grab everything in here, do we? Energy bar.
Clem!
I grabbed the hat.
They're inside.
I don't think I've ever grabbed the hat.
We have to go now.
Hopefully that's going to make a difference later. I don't know if it does. I feel like the hat is like the last thing I grab because I never think about it.
Just head for the woods.
Is he only 4 or 5? Oh shit. I think I was supposed to press something there.
You're okay.
AJ's fine. This isn't Joel's daughter. I'm sorry. I've been playing The Last of Us, and I have some thoughts about that when we get there. I'm going to be making... So I've been trying to do some like patrons and members behind the scenes stuff. I'm going to be talking about that, the Last of Us, coming up on one of those videos. But I'm also going to mention it when we get to... I don't want to talk too much about that now since we're playing The Walking Dead, but The Last of Us, some very irritating things have happened in that game for me.
Before we left to make sure of it.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Keep running, girl. Don't stop to check.
That's what I'm going to do. Though why she went to bat for you, I've
Yeah, I
got no
wish they would have
idea.
kept Edith. That would have been cool.
I mean, she hardly even knows you. And you don't know her, for that matter.
There's not much mystery to it, Trip. She's a good human being.
Yeah. Eleanor's got a big heart. That's for damn sure.
Guys, that's the place.
Oh, I completely missed saying anything at all.
Oh, shit.
That's what happens when I'm talking and reading chat instead of paying attention to what I should be saying. Okay, so the horde's already passed through. And we're in the morning.
Jesus.
Nobody
There
gives a
must have
damn.
been hundreds of them.
Kate's good in a crisis.
I should do a friend or foe video on Edith.
Shelter.
What's that?
I think that would be hilarious. Edith, the character that has like 30 seconds of screen time. I'll do an entire like 20-minute video talking about her. How surprising would that be? What else am I supposed to do here?
God damn it.
The Muertos. What else am I supposed to do? Oh, tape recorder.
Mariana's tape player. Mariana?
His father is
Mariana, you here?
Carlos. That would be a plot twist. Carlos,
God.
you are not
You're
the
safe.
father.
I can't believe it.
You told me where to hide. I just listened to what you said. Lock yourself in and don't come out, not even once it's
Yeah,
closed.
season 3
It kept
is
running through my head
very
like on a
short,
loop.
but
I don't even know how long I was in there. Then I heard your voice.
Did they hurt you? Are you okay?
I hid before they could get to me. I'm fine.
friend or foe.
Really?
I did a friend or foe about myself.
brother,
I did a
where are
Q&A
they?
video last
We
year.
got pulled apart when that huge
I think it was last May. I did a
Kate yelled that they were going to try to make
Q&A
it back to the
for
Then that's where we're headed.
2,000 subscribers, 3,000. I can't remember what it was.
Oh no.
Although it would be funny if I did approach it like actual video game, like made myself a video
They
game
must
character.
have seen it like this, then gone someplace else to hide.
I know I don't want to think about that because I hate the fact that she's about to die. Probably my least favorite decision they made in season 2. If they gave me the opportunity to reverse one choice, one thing from season 2, it would be what's about to happen to Mariana right here. Because it is so wrong. Mariana, meet Clem, your new sister. Clem would be Mariana's sister in law if her and Gabe got married. Before they decided for Kristen to be in the villain of the final
Javi.
season, they thought
You found us.
they decided to make Lily.
Hey.
Yeah, Kristen would have been an interesting villain.
You happy to see me?
I think more interesting than Lily in some ways.
I'm happy to see all of you. Happy you're all okay.
Another couple of minutes. We might not have been.
Look, okay, we introduced Kate as our brother's wife, so we need to respect those boundaries. That's the angel hobby.
I wanted to come after you. I swear I did.
Like, I don't think they should have killed off either of them.
I thought we were dead.
I think we should have been able to keep
Never
both.
gonna see you again dead. We only had a couple bullets left.
You're still alive, aren't you? So is Kate. So is Mari. That's all that matters.
Yeah, Mariana was like...
I was just so scared.
I'm here now.
She was the opposite, the upbeat, happy, positive side of things.
Hey,
and Gabe was like the down, angry all the time. Like, I'm pretty sure Gabe was on the verge of like wearing black clothes and lipstick.
Well, not much we can do about it here.
I've got a lady friend who's a doctor.
Angel
As soon
Gabe
as
would
we
not
get
let
back to
Gabe die.
Prescott, she'll patch you right up. I'm Tripp, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
David dies no
We
matter
should be
what you
getting
do.
back.
There's no way to keep
Don't
David
wanna push her
alive, I
luck.
don't think.
Who's the kid with the gun? She have a name you want to share with us?
Clementine's a friend.
We gotta be the
Hi
nice guy.
there. Glad I was able to help.
Well, we're very grateful to you. Really.
There's
They
a town
killed off
nearby.
Mariana because during playtesting,
It's safe.
more people
I
were
like the
choosing
sound
to
of
let
that.
her live. Well, that's a dumb reason.
Oh my god. Javi, do they have hot water? Even like lukewarm water would be okay.
I think so. Right, Tripp?
Well, I guess you'll find out.
I thought you'd been to this place.
I have.
There's one ending. No, there's a couple different
Much
endings you
time
can,
to
you can go
relax in my
through.
jacuzzi suite, you know?
Because at the end of everything, you can either go
These kinds of missions
with
don't
Kate to
usually
try
go
and
so
save
well.
Richmond, or you can go
Found every
looking for
single one of
David.
your people.
Clementine does the
You found 'em
opposite of whatever
alive,
you do.
Healthy, reasonably cheerful. It's a hell of a thing.
Guess I'm a lucky guy.
Luckier than anyone I've
I
ever
gotta say
met.
the positive thing, even though I know what's about to happen. There is a
When
way
we
to
get
keep
back to
David. You have to
Prescott,
side with him
you
on
still
everything
owe
and
me
go
a
after
working
Gabe.
ride. I
Interesting.
haven't forgotten about our deal. You couldn't have known what happened to your van, but still, I need some way out of here.
Don't worry. I haven't forgotten our arrangement.
I know it's not the,
The
easiest
nice
thing
side
to
of
find,
things.
but cool.
Moments before disaster. Don't look, everybody. Close your eyes. This is not what we want to see. We're going to pretend this doesn't happen. What if I just end the episode here? What if I just... I think I paused it at the perfect time. Let's just end it here. We're going to pretend like nothing else happened. Season 3 was great. Let's go on to Season 4, guys. Oh. I don't want to see this part. That's sad.
Mari!
You know what that makes me think of? In this show, season... It's one of the later seasons. And I forget the woman's name. It's after they get to Alexandria. She's the doctor, I think. But she's standing there talking to the group, and all of a sudden, like, an arrow comes through the back of her head.
Javi, we can't leave her.
That was like the worst. Kate, why would you run out there?
Shit.
What are you doing?
Kate!
See, this is why you gotta think before you act.
Stop! Stop!
I thought when I first played this that they were all gonna die right here.
Help!
Who will return fire?
Go!
We'll take their asses out. Denise, yes, it was Denise. Beth's was bad too. Oh my god, yeah, Beth's was horrible.
Jesus.
I hated the show so much when they killed off Beth that way because I was so excited to see her and Daryl. I thought Beth and Daryl would have made a great couple down the road. And then they killed her off. I was like, are you kidding me?
We gotta get a move on before they start shooting again.
Kate, are you okay?
Why is he so shocked?
I'm fine.
He's shocked because I'm letting Trip talk.
She's not. And the longer it takes us to get out of here, the worse off she's gonna be. It's time to go, man.
Well, you all voted 75-25. We're staying with Clementine, so...
We gotta get the fuck out of here
I
right
already
now.
killed one of you. If we don't stop them, they're gonna come after your family again. Let Trip help them. You stay with me.
What? No, Javi, you have to come with us.
I'm sorry, Gabe.
please.
Chat says I have to stay with Clem. I don't have a choice.
We have to end this now.
Get her back to Prescott. We'll cover you.
Javi!
Go with them. I'll be fine.
Give me a hand here, kid.
Just keep firing until they're out of sight, okay?
I'm ready.
Plan was overwasted. Pipe bomb.
Javi, don't!
That could have been very bad. Never, ever, ever try to pick up an explosive device when it's been lobbed at you. All right, so me and 45% of players chose to head back out on the road. We'll look at all of these real quick. Did you shoot the driver or let him go? 52% let him go. Most people are letting him go. Whoa. That's a huge discrepancy right there. I'm in the majority, but damn. It seems like most people want to side with Clementine on most things. You in 49.7. I'm in the minority. Most everybody goes with Eleanor the night before. Not very many. It's close though. And most everybody stays with Clementine. Okay, everybody's just staying with Clementine to stay with Clementine, aren't they? If not friend, why friendship? Okay, let me switch over here. So I'll spend a few minutes doing comments before we end the stream, because this was a very short episode. I only want to do one episode per week. When we get to Michonne, that's going to be an interesting. I'm not sure how I'm going to do Michonne yet, because from what I understand, the Michonne episodes are like 45 minutes long, and that's it. They go really fast, so I might have to do 2 or 3 episodes. But for these ones, I still want to stick with 1 episode per week. Confess I stay with Clementine because it's Clem. I think that's why most people pick Clementine, because it's Clem. Season 3 was a hang out with Clem game. That really, I think, okay. Telltale had a good idea with Clementine's story. 3 seasons as Clementine. That makes sense. You have season 1 with Clementine getting used to and acclimated to the new world, finding, having Lee to teach her a little bit about it, spending a few months with that. Season 2 is her kind of finding her own voice and going through everything and trying to like grow up and be the mature voice in the room when all the adults are like going nuts. So it's her bringing Lee with her into season 2. Season 3 should have been Clementine and AJ dealing with whatever the fallout of season 2 was, and then winding up spending time on the road until they find the school, and then having the storyline from there. And I think that would have been a great end to season 3. And then season 4 could have been Javier's story minus Clementine, and they could have gone much more in depth because they wouldn't have spent so much time on the flashbacks. You know, we spent 2 or 3 minutes of this episode, around an hour long episode, 2 or 3 minutes of that was spent in a flashback. Like, they could have gotten rid of all of that completely and only told Javier's story. And I think that would have been much more interesting. What kind of animal do you have in that tank back there? Oh, you talk about that one? So that is a bearded dragon. That is my wife's bearded dragon. We've had him for about a year now. She had said to me at one point she wanted a lizard. And I was like, I don't know anything about lizards. So I did a little bit of research, and we wound up getting a bearded dragon because they are super easy to take care of. His name is Neville. Neville Dragonbottom. And for the most part, he sits around. Like, he's got a little tree back there that he's sitting in right now. He's off camera just a little bit. But he sits around back there. He's got food in he's got some salad he's trying to avoid eating right now. Yeah, he's a fun little lizard. He's he's not very social, but he also doesn't really mind people that much, so they are bearded dragons. He's been a lot of fun. I didn't know what to expect out of him because it was something brand new. We've got a cat. We've had a cat for years. My daughter has a couple of guinea pigs, so the bearded dragon was something completely new, and he's been a lot of fun to watch. And he's got his own little personality. It's kind of funny the way that he does things. We give him the W roaches, and sometimes he'll go nuts and run around and eat them all. Other times he'll just sit there and let him run away, because he knows that later we'll go in and dig up, because we've got some special soil in there for him. We'll go in there and dig up the bugs and then feed them to him off of the shovel. It's hilarious. Bearded dragon, friend or foe? He would be a friend. That's already clear. Philosophy and ethics of my life. I mean, I am writing on my website. I have got a memoir I'm releasing on my blog. If you're interested in reading about that. You saw a bearded dragon today, like out in the wild? Awesome. Do you live in Australia? Aren't they native to like Australia? Imagine doing that. But yeah, so that was episode 3, or episode 1 of season 3. Wow. Sorry. I got a little Lee versus Javi. Are you asking which one I prefer? I mean, they both have their pluses. I like Lee. I connect with Lee a little bit better because of the academic side of things. And Lee was a history professor, and specifically around like Civil War era history for Lee. And I love history. So I connect with him a little bit better. Or Kenny against David. Who would win in a fight, Kenny or David? I think Kenny would probably beat David. Lee's presence in season 3, yes. I think Lee is missing big time. You can see little things that they added in with Clementine's hair being cut at the end of the season and stuff. And you know that she still keeps her hair short. So you know that she still is learning from some of that stuff. But I feel like they kind of lost things over the seasons. And Lee, by the time we get to season 3, Clementine doesn't really talk much about Lee. We don't really feel his presence as much. Season 2, he's all over the place in the way that the way that we play as her and the things that she thinks about and talks about. And in season 4, he's obviously in a big way. Season 4 was probably the best callback to Lee of any of the seasons. But in season 3, he's almost a forgettable. Like he's not really mentioned hardly. I don't think she mentions him maybe once in conversation. I'm not even sure about that. Lee only gets mentioned once in season 3. Okay. Can he watch anime? He's got this. Does Larry beat David? Larry beats everybody. Larry's the zombie that beats everybody. Okay, he was going to come back and just tear everybody up. That's why we had to. That's why we had to drop the block of salt on him. Larry's stronger than Kenny. Yeah, Larry's built like a damn tank. David's military training. Kenny could barely beat Jane. David's whooping ass. Okay, look, Kenny was not in a good place when he fought Jane, and Jane was tough for her size. Okay. Kenny had just lost his eye. He was still recovering from that. He was not doing well mentally or physically by that point. So you're going to give him a little bit of a pass with Jane, but he does wind up beating her, though. Lee would have lived if they knew. Yeah, if Lee had known seasons 2, 3, and 4 were going to happen, he would have lived. Either way, he wasn't going to survive in the meat locker. Either way, he wasn't. Yeah, Larry wasn't going to survive the meat locker because Larry had a heart attack or cardiac arrest. It wasn't even a heart attack. It was cardiac arrest. I try to get that right because everybody calls it a heart attack. I've seen the videos and people talking. They call it a heart attack. It was not a heart attack. Larry had cardiac arrest, and there is a difference. A heart attack is a fluctuation, change in the heart, and the heart's eventually it will stop, but it's clogged. It's having trouble getting blood circulating through. Cardiac arrest is it just stops pumping. Yeah, Larry was going to die sooner rather than later. He was old and had all kinds of heart problems. I think the whole point of Larry in season 1 was basically to use him as a tool to test the player's morality. Like, that was his entire point. Larry is insufferable. He treats Lee like crap. You know, he's just somebody nobody wants to be around. And then the question comes up of whether you should drop a block of salt on him or try to save his life. And it is just straight up to be able to say that, look, we have choices that matter, even though that choice doesn't matter because no matter what you do with Larry in the freezer, he still dies because Kenny still kills him. Prime Larry with Solo. He wouldn't have listened. If he would have calmed down, and if you'll notice a theme in these, especially in The Walking Dead, but in games in general, there is always this theme of communication and losing your temper. And people tend to lose their tempers very fast. They tend to miscommunicate, especially badly when they lose their tempers. So you wind up in the situation where it would be simple and easy to just kind of take a step back, calm down, try to understand what the other person is saying. And people have a really hard time doing that, and especially in survival situations. In a situation like The Walking Dead, especially season 1, okay, they were at the motel in episode 2 and 3. And if they had just taken the time to relax and keep calm, if they had talked things over and not gone to, the farm for one, the dairy farm was a big mistake. And that can be argued that, well, they wanted the food. If you talk about it ahead of time and you say to yourselves, let's try and figure this out. You're 3 months in. At that point, you either should be setting up permanently, trying to grow food or trying to find a good source of food and water, or you should be getting on the road. And Kenny and Lily, if they had talked that out and really looked at it from a logical standpoint, that's where they would have come to the decision, hey, things aren't good around here. We don't have anywhere to grow crops. We don't have any way to really grow food here. So maybe let's hop in the RV and let's go somewhere else. Let's take Larry with you. Everybody get in the RV and go somewhere. That's what they should have done. Problem with Larry, he would never have the meds to be able to keep him going longer. Yeah. Larry's anybody that was the problem that they ran into when they got to the settlement in episode 4. Oh god, my mind's blanking. But anyway, there were groups that realized that people who need medicine are going to struggle long term. Now, we lasted as a species for centuries, millennium, without those medicines, right? There are herbal remedies. There are things you can do with plants. And there's only so much you can do, mind you. There's antibiotics are kind of hard to get without certain technologies and stuff. But we survived as a species for millennia, right? But Larry, in his specific circumstance, his life was prolonged because of the modern medicine. So in that situation, you have to go back to a time before modern medicine, and it becomes difficult for a lot of people because so many people rely on the modern medicine to prolong their life. People that would have died even 200 years ago would have died in their 40s and 50s from preventable things that we can prevent now and things where we can help people out now. We'd go right back to that. We would be back to the world as it was in the 16th century, essentially. 3 months it lasted, only long enough for him. Yeah, he had enough food. And again, if they had raided everything they could, because in episode 3 they were going back to the pharmacy for another trip, right? They shouldn't have had to go back for. By that point, they should have raided everything. You'll grab everything you can, clear out the buildings on one sweep, grab everything possible in one sweep, take stock of what you have, and then decide, are we going to make this long term, or are we going to get away? Because even Mark says Lily Lottery. What do you mean? Like, Mark knew that time was running out. Mark knew that the food was going to run out. They all knew that. I don't understand. I part of me wonders if the only reason they stuck around the motel so long was because of the writing, because they needed them to for the story. Maybe they were comfortable, but realistically, it didn't make a lot of sense to stick around there. After, like, any survival situation, and I feel like I want to talk about that at some point in a video, talking about survival stuff in general, because realistically, if you're in a situation where you are trying to survive, the world has gone to shit, right? The first week or two, maybe the military will swoop in and fix things. Maybe there's help coming. If you get to a month and communications are completely down, you've gotten no word from anything at all, from anybody, you don't know what's happening in the outside world, you have to assume it's just hit the fan everywhere, right? You have to assume there is it's chaos and anarchy out there, and you have to move on. You have to find, you can't just stay in one place. But at the initial stages, and I thought about this with The Last of Us, that's why this is coming up, because of The Last of Us. But at the initial stages of the outbreak, you have to be prepared to kind of hunker down, right? Be prepared to just stay in place for a short term, because everybody else is going to be running around like chickens with their head cut off trying to get away. After a week, I'm considering it's over. In some situations, it depends on the circumstances. You know, there are places that get hit by hurricanes where shit's down for a lot longer than a week, but usually you have outside forces coming in. If the dead are rising and it's been a month, it's pretty, and nobody's come through, it's pretty safe to say the world's probably come to an end. Now, if you think of a story like The Mist, Stephen King's The Mist, the movie in particular, which they're remaking apparently, at the end of The Mist, if you've never seen it before, the movie version at least, they have basically given up. They think that the world's gone to shit. They're trying to figure out what to do. They're riding along, and they realize these monsters in the mist are going to come and get them. They've run out of gas. They have nowhere to go, and it's a very, very messed up ending. I'm not going to go into detail, but it winds up really bad, and then the military rolls through at the last possible minute. So, like, you never really know, but you gotta give it some thought there. Because no one gives up those 5-star beds. Yeah, the 5 stars at their roadside motel. Yeah, the movie was fine. The book was better. The ending of the book was a lot different, but the movie, it was great up until that ending. If you've never seen it, I suggest going and watching it. It's a Stephen King movie, so you kind of should know what you're getting into. But I think with that, we've pretty much finished up the episode. I'm looking forward to going through season 3 in general, getting through episodes 2, 3, 4 in the next few weeks. Once we do that, we've got season 4 coming up, and then Michonne, and then after that, my plan at the moment is to continue doing these streams through The Wolf Among Us, and then I'm going to leave it up to the community because I'm not really sure where I want to go after that. I'm thinking about maybe the Batman Telltale series. I'm going to be covering that in Philosophy and Ethics coming up at some point. So I'm trying to kind of figure out where I'm going to go with all of this. I'm always up for you guys' input. If you comment on videos, if you comment, keep an eye on the community tab because I put stuff up on the community tab all the time. And I'm always interested to hear what you guys want to see on the channel. If a lot of people are asking about a specific thing, I'll go for that. Last year we did a vote, so we had like a bracket style vote on the channel to pick the games, which is how we've kind of gotten loosely some of the games over the past year. But we're getting to the end of that vote list, and there's a couple others to cover, but I'm going to have to do something else. I don't know if I want to do another playoff or dispatch you can do. I will do dispatch at some point. I've got it on my list. 4 is going to be... Wait, episode 4 is going to be 2 hours? Or season 4? But yeah, I'm going to be covering dispatch at some point, and then other things that you guys ask about. But I want to thank everybody that hung out tonight. It's a lot of fun. Is playing Angel Javi is interesting to this point. We'll see how it continues through the rest of the season. And I'll have another vote next week based off of, I got to pick something. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to pick for the end of the episode. But maybe the Conrad choice. We'll have to see if you guys want me to save Conrad or turn in or kill him, and we'll go from there. Episode 4. Okay. Yep. Everybody have a great rest of your night. Let me pull over here so that I can end the stream. Thank you all for hanging out, and I will see you